Recording is on.
Okay. All right. I'll be sharing my screen shortly. Please, we have two pending assignments. That's the one for the delivery and execution, then the MVP assignments. Let's do well to do those assignments and share the link as soon as possible. Today we'll be looking at the new topic, and in our next class we'll be reviewing our assignments. So yeah, let's do well to do the assignment. I'll share my screen shortly. Just give me a moment. All right, please confirm that you can see my screen. Can anyone hear me?
Can anyone hear me? I can see your screen, ma.
Oh, okay. All right. So today we're going to be looking at business and commercial fundamentals for products managers. So, in as much as we are the CEO of our product, in as much as we are the communication bridge between the stakeholders, between externals and the internal stakeholders, between the engineering team and the clients and the users. We should also do well to understand the business and commercial fundamentals of the product. So it is not enough that we execute, we implement, but we don't have knowledge of the business side of things when it comes to product management. So the goal of every product, it's or not even every product now, every product, yeah, every business, the goal is to make profit. So now commercials are very important. So business that don't make profits will not be sustained, they will not last. So it's very important. That's why I said the topic is very important for us as product manager, because if you end up building a very good product and uh your product is not viable, the business side of things is not aligning, then there'll be a problem. So it's very important that we understand um this. All right. Uh Business and commercials. Can anybody help with what we understand by business and commercials now? When we talk about commercials and business. Anyone at all? Let's try. No literary terms. Anyone who works.
Okay, ma, the commercials. It sounds like advertisements. Putting your product outside to showcase it to the users.
It sounds like what?
Advertisements.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. That's
All right. Thank you, Chika. Any other person? Any other person? Abraham Tofuni Adedamola. Someone trying?
Yes, ma. I said business is just like work, like people do to earn money, and commercial is just like meant for making money through sales. I don't know.
Hmm. Okay. All right. You all have spoken well, and thanks for your contribution. Okay, let's go into the topic proper. So, what are business and commercials fundamental? We know business. Business is something that we do to make money. You try to solve this problem, and in return, you generate revenue. Now, when we talk about business and commercials in product management, now business and commercials fundamentals are core principles that explains how a company creates value, delivers value, and capture value. It's very simple. It's as simple as that. First thing first, you create value. Creating it, oh, you're trying to say, this product, I want to build a product. You build that product. I'm building, let me use, okay, let's use idea Snapcook. I'm building a product, I'm creating value. I want people to feed well. I'm building a product that enables young persons to be able to snap their homemade ingredients and get recipes for what they can cook. Now you've created the application already. Now you deliver the value, and that's why we talked about product execution and delivery. So it is not enough that you create that value. If you do not deliver to the value to where they are needed, the product is as good as nothing. So it's very important that one first thing first, create the value. That's you building the product. When you create the value, you build the product, then you capture value. How do you capture value? Capture value by making money from the products that you've built. You make money from the products that you have built. That is it. You solve problem, people uses your products, and in return, you that you are solving the problem, you are making money in return. So for product managers, what does this mean for product managers? It means that for product managers, building product that users love and business can sustain, it's very important. You build products that user love and the business can sustain. It is not enough that you build a product but cannot be sustained because there are no resources. The business is not capturing value. So you have to build products that when you deliver the product, you yourself you're able to get value. You get value back at the business. So it's very important, and that's what business and commercial fundamentals are. That's why in product, after you must have speak to your potential users or your clients about the products, you'll be like, oh, the business and the operations team will be like, okay, we'll take it up from there, we'll send you the commercials. That's okay. Oh, how much are you going to be paying? Is there a subscription fee? Like how it's generally how the business is going to make money from the products that you have built as a product manager. So let's go. Why product managers must understand business. Many products fail not because they are poorly built, but because they don't make money. Do you agree with me that many products fail is not because the building, the implementation was bad, but because they don't make money? Can anyone give me an example of a product that has been taken out of the market that doesn't make money? Have, have you heard about any product that does not make money and have been taken out of the market? Anyone? We have one no recently. That was last year. That was last year, I think. Was it mid last year? I think that was mid last year. Anyone?
I think it was a fintech product.
Hmm?
I think it was a fintech product.
Okay, what
I can't
product was
remember the
that?
name. I can't remember the name. I think it's Laser Pay. I'm not sure.
Lisa Pay. Hmm. How do you know that it was taken out of the market because it wasn't making money?
I think they mentioned it. They said because it's not making money, that's why they take the product off the market.
Okay, makes sense. So that's why it's very important that as product
Uh,
managers,
it's Laser Pay.
Aram, Are you saying something?
It shut down because of, yes, well, I said it's laser pay, but that one was in 2023, not last year. Laser pay, because it's not making money and they did not see money to run it. Like they did not secure funding.
Wow, interesting. So that's why it's very important, like to understand business fundamentals, and that's why the topic is very important for us as product managers. Now, and this is also going to guide us in all of our beautiful product ideas that we have. We need to look at the business fundamentals. So yeah, the product I know that was out of the market because it wasn't making money was Skype. How many of us know Skype? We know Skype now. How many of us have used Skype in the past? We don't know Skype. SKYP. Anyone? Nobody's responding. Can anyone still hear me? Okay, Tofuni said she has heard of it though. So, Chika, have you heard of Skype?
No, I've not heard of it.
Okay. So Skype is mostly used by organizations. Let me put it that way. So, but yeah, you can have your personal account. I used to have my personal account with Skype. It's like WhatsApp, but it's more of the professional WhatsApp. Let me put it that way. It's like a professional WhatsApp. So some organizations, for every organizations, they have their medium of communication. They tell you our communication channel is Teams. So it's just like Teams. They'll tell you their communication channel is this. So yeah, I have my personal Skype. So there's an organization I work with then, and we're like, oh, their mode of communication is Skype. So I was using my Skype then for communication. So that was why I got used to it. And a lot of my workspace too, we were using Skype as a professional means of communication. Now, what does Skype does? Skype is just like WhatsApp. You message this person, it's double ticks. When the person read your message, it shows a picture that the person has read your message. You can have a call with a person. You can have a group call. You can record the call. Unlike WhatsApp, that you cannot record the call. On Skype, you can record the call, and you can create group chats on Skype. Now, when you create a group chat, now if I create a group chat today and I've done a lot of discussions on the group chat today, then tomorrow I add Tofumi to that group chat. Tofumi will be able to see all my previous communication from when I created that group. So that's one unique thing about Skype. You'll be able to read through the previous communications. So yeah, that was Skype for you. And as at then, it was a product of Microsoft. So everybody was using Skype, and all of a sudden, most organizations started using Slack, they started using Microsoft Teams, and Microsoft has a lot of products anyways. They have different products. They have Teams, they have Skype. Now, since many people uses Teams, most banks they use Teams. Now, Skype is no longer giving that money again. Many people are no longer using Skype. They prefer to use Microsoft Teams, and maybe energy and resources channel into Skype was much, and they was not getting return for it. So they announced last year that okay, from I think it was June, that they are going to be closing down Skype. There will be nothing called Skype again. That they will focus on Teams. So they started sending that reminder since June that yeah, so they will just take off Skype from the market because it's not generating that revenue that they needed for them. So what they now did was to migrate everybody. So that they actually played a smartphone, and that's why it's very important that we understand business fundamentals as product managers. They played a smartphone such that if you are a Skype user before, they migrate you to Teams with that same user name, that same user credentials. So you will not be able to lose. Then I was trying to like download my files, save some most information that because I find it's perfectly okay to save information on Skype. I just go on Skype, store documents and all of that there because I know that I can always come back there after so many months, even years, and everything will still be intact. That's Skype for you. Even when you open it on another device, you'll still be able to view all of your files and all that, in as much as you've downloaded it. So now they now migrated all their users to Microsoft Teams such that you will be able to see your communication, your previous communications while on Skype. But now it's no longer Skype, it's now Microsoft Teams. Merging that. So it was the same scenario with what Opay did. I told us then what Opay is it Opay? And what Opay did. Opay used to be a bike service before now. I think that was in the that was 2019. In 2019, yeah, it was Opay bike, and they operate more in Lagos. I know of Lagos. They operate more in Lagos. So they do a wallet system where you pre-fund your wallet, then you can order for ride. And yeah, the rides will come and they have unique bikes, helmets, customized bike and helmets, and even you at the passenger, you have your helmet. Like you are fully going. So people likes it, and they do not overspeed. There is a safety card that comes with it when you order it. It's not like oh okay, they will. I don't like it. They'll be passing over trailer, all of those things. Like their riders are usually patient. I don't know if they were taught or if that's one of their policies or something. So yeah, and they run all of these discounts. Sometimes you can even take bike of as at then I think I've run by a bike of 10 naira. Was it 10 naira or 30 naira? I don't know. They were doing discounts all the way from Ikeja down to what's it called? Their last bus stop is usually toll gates. That's toll gates, the one that the market sees, what's it called? The market Lagos and Ogun. So imagine from Ikeja to that place for that amount. So discount. So now what happened? Government policy setting. So businesses sometimes there are things you have control over, there are things you don't have control over. So now external factors, government policy, banning of bikes in Lagos. So that disrupted their business and they went into extinction. They were no longer OP bike. But what did they do? They gear up again, started how will I put they came back stronger, diversified into the fintech space. And almost everybody today uses OP. And what did they do? They use the same strategy that Skype has used in pulling informations of their customers, migrating information of their customers to their new system. And that was the same thing Opay did. So if you're an Opay bike user as at then, they use a wallet system then, like I said, that you have to refund your account before you order for a ride. Now the same thing, since you have that information, you have the account. Now you don't need to go and open another Opay Finance account again. So they migrated their users to that. So even when you now download and want to register afresh, you just see that this phone number has already been used. And all you need to do is just to recover your credentials or you impute your BVN and other missing informations. So that was the approach they used, the same thing as Skype. So that way they don't have to start from the scratch. That way they don't lose all of their customers again and start trying to get leads or other ones. So they maintain their existing customers while looking for new customers. So that was their own strategy for their migration then, which for me was something very fantastic. So yeah, that's by the way, and let's go back. So that those are few products that were taken. Abraham mentioned one, and I also mentioned one. Those are the ones I know. That's the one I know that was out of the market because it's also making money. So another one is costs are higher than revenue. Same thing with this guy, like okay, the cost of maintaining the server, the cost of maintaining this product is higher than the actual revenue that this product is bringing. In such cases, the product will just go into extinction. They'll take it out of the market. You are spending 20 naira on a product and you are making 5 naira. Then in that way, the product is of even if customers like the product, it will be taken out of the market because it's now expensive. Yeah, it's expensive to maintain, and revenue is nothing. And how will I put it? Customers will not want to, like, I say customers, your stakeholders now, your workers don't want to know that you are not making money. You have to pay your workers because they are working for it. So you cannot go and call a developer to build a software for you, a developer to build something for you, a product for you, and you want to tell them that you know that this thing is not making money yet. The developer not want to hear all of that one. In as much as they are writing the code, they are using their time. You have to pay them whether you are making money or not. So most of these things, if you know you cannot do the business, then you pause it or you go and look for venture capitalists that will come and invest in your business. So you go and seek funding. So that's why most it's very important that if you want to do a business, especially a new business, a new idea, have your money, have your costs. What's going to do an estimate of how much it's going to take you to build this product. Have that money. Have another extra just in case that you use to maintain until your product is able to start generating money. So have double of what it will take you to do that product so that you will not what's it called by the way, die by the way, like just leave the product half done. So it's very important, like I said, that my friend is trying to work on the product as a product idea. I was like, okay, this product idea that you have, how do you intend to fund it? It's very important because the product will not start giving you money as soon as you launch. You need money to build this software. Who is going to pay the engineering team? Who's going to pay? You can, okay, as a starter you might not need QA, you will test it by yourself. Okay, you are already the product manager, you will do the project manager then. But most importantly, you are not a software engineer, except you are a software engineer that diversified into product management. So but you are not a product manager. I said you are not a software engineer. That means you will need a software engineer. Software engineers are not funny at all. Like they don't collect small money. Oh. They don't collect small money, depending on what you want to build. Now you will need an engineer. That's the core person you will be needing to build that software, and you will still need to buy domain. You will be depending. You will need to even buy server where you host your server. You will buy. So all of those expenses you need to look at. How are you going to get it? Do you have funding for it? Do your estimate. Then when you launch the market too, now you still do small marketing. So you need to look at your pocket very well. So if what you are going to be if you now build your product 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and your cost is still higher than your revenue, then that product might be taken out of the market. So why most products fail again is because they don't support the company strategy. Now, your company, that's why I said that as product managers, you need to be in alignment with your company's goals. Your company's goal is what you should build your product vision Your company goals and vision is what you should build your product, your own product goal and vision around. Now, if your product does not support your company strategy, then that product will fail. Your strategy is saying that okay, this is this is how you want to make your revenue, but your product strategy is different, then that product will fail. So it's very important that when you are drafting your product strategy, it's aligning with the company strategy. And in the case where, see, as product manager, it's very important. Bonus, very important that when you get to a company, when you get to a company as a new product manager, a new employee, it's very, especially product managers, anyways, ask for the company vision, the company mission, the mission and the vision system, the vision and the mission statement is very important. Understand it. It's very important that you ask. Don't just say you want to go and be working in a company. Understand what their goals are, so that whatever products you are building, you align it with it. And which whatever thing that is not clear to you on the company strategy, goals, or vision, it's better for you to quickly say it out. Meet with the management team. Okay, try and understand. Okay, why is this? How do they intend to? And what's success for them? So that at the end of the day, they not say, this product is not successful. So it's very important. It's very, very important that you ask them what success looks like. That's why if I go to any section, any interview, if I want to work with any company, ask them for this role, what's their own definition of success? Just like in program management, we have definition of done. So because you might be thinking their definition of success is your own definition of success, but it differs. That's why it's very, very important that you align with them. Let them know what is success. What does it take for you to be successful in this role? As you can think, hey, a product that is successfully launched, hey, that's success. Success for them might not mean that. Success for them might be when the product start generating income. Success for them might be adoption rate. So it's very important for you that you understand what success really means for them. And that's going to guide your principles. That's going to guide your product strategy. That's going to also guide your product goals and vision. So it's very important that you understand that. So always ensure that your product supports the company strategy. That way your product will not fail. If it doesn't support the company strategy, then the product is might fail. So a product that does not support business will eventually be shut down, even if user is like it. So this is very, very deep. Even when you have so many users that like your product, but the product does not support the business, understand the fact that the product is an end product of the business. Without the business, there is no product. The product exists because the business exists. So because the business exists, because the product is existing because the business exists, then the product has to support the business in order not to shut down. It's just like looking, let's use our own iman terms now. Okay. You exist because your parents exist. You cannot fall from heaven when you are no other or Eve. Now you exist because your parents exist. So because your parents exist, you exist. And you need to support them. You need to support them. That's why they will say there's this what's it called? Even in the religious term, they say that you should honor your parents. Because it is from them that you came. And that is why they are saying that as products is kind of related to products too. Because the product is existing because the business is there. So if the product decides to deviate from the business goal, deviate from the business. It's just like the head trying to be alone. I be the neck trying to be alone without the head. So they work together. It needs to support it. because that's the parents now. The product is the child. The product is the child there. The business is the parents. And the child needs to support the parents. And the other way around. So the business supporting the product supporting the business. Just like a parent supports the children and the children also support the parents when they are grown. So the business will support the product. Ideation stage, the business is pumping money. That's why I said is just the symbolism here, like it's just the parent to child approach. Look at the company, the business is supporting the products from ideation stage to launch. Now, when the product is launched in the market and start making money, what does the product do in return? The product starts supporting the business. The product starts supporting the business. Just the same with parent to child. The parent supports the child from conception till birth, even after birth, till the child is grown enough, where the child is now dependent on him or her own and can now in return support the parents. So that's the ideology here. The business supports the product at first, then the product is bound to also support the business. If the product does not support the business, it will be shut down eventually. Just like if a child doesn't support, if a child neglects his or her parents after everything, that child is going into destruction. So that's just it's the same thing when it comes to products and the business. So the two work hand in hand, supporting each other. So that's why it is important. So these ones are just telling you that why it is important for you to understand business. Don't say I'm a product manager. The business side is none of my business, Jare. Let them go and think of it. My own is let me build products. If they like, they should sell the products. If they like, they should not sell the products. That's their own. My own salary will be complete. Oh, my dear, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You need to understand the business because nobody is proud of building a product that goes into the market and eventually shuts down because it's not making money, because revenue is more than abi expenditure is more than revenue, because it don't support the company strategy. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody wants that. After all the labor, after all the sleepless nights, after all your thinking, after your brainstorming, after your interview, after your implementation, after your delivery, the product now shuts down. What does that make you as a product manager? As a field product manager, and you don't want to fail as a product manager. You want to boost, you want to boost your portfolio, you want to be talking to people and you start saying, oh, I've built this product, I've built this product, I've worked on this product. And many of them will ask you for reference. Reference of okay, how where can we see your product? And you will boldly say, oh, go to Play Store. I've have a couple of persons that will be like, oh, where can I see product that you've worked on? No problem. I'll give them the name. Go to App Store, Play Store, and check it out. That's your evidence, and that's what I will always tell my engineers when we're being now. It's something we are boasting about now, but before then, it was like a tug of war. We'll fight, we'll align, and in the process I'll tell them that see, all of these things that we are doing, it is towards the end goal for us. It's a working software, a software that works, so that when you go out, it is not just for this company. Now when you go out tomorrow, they're able to brag about it. Like, yes, I've built this product. They ask you, where's your evidence? You tell them, evidence choke. That is just it. That's one thing about product managers understanding business too. So it will now not be nice that after you have spent sleepless night, after you have this tug of war with your engineers, after your product has been launched and put to play and app store, it was now taken out. No evidence. You now want maybe tomorrow you leave the company, you go into another company that asking you what product have you worked on. There is no evidence. I've seen persons that will come to me then before product was launched that oh, anything like okay, they want to work in another complaint, they're asking them to bring something like an evidence, but because the product is not launched yet, they don't have anything for it. So it should be your joy as product managers that oh, you're able to work on the product, your product was successfully launched. People can you have evidence to show for it. So that's how business and product should go. You should understand it. It matters that you understand this, just like a product manager teacher too. I should be proud in future that oh, I have taught product managers, aspiring product managers that have turned product managers and they are doing very well in the field. So that should be the joy, like that should be what you should brag about that. Oh yes, yes, you taught people, but what are they able to do after it? So the same thing when it comes to business. Understand the business so that your products can they can be modified even when you've left the company or when yes, they can be modifying the product, but the product is just there, it's still there. It's not like they've taken it out. The product is still there. So that's it's a bonus. It's a bonus for us as product managers. So it's very important that we understand this. So let's look at the core Prince business concepts that every product manager should know. The first one is the value proposition. How many of us have heard about value proposition? Anyone? Has anyone heard about value proposition? No one.
No, ma.
Okay. So when we talk about value proposition in product management, we're talking about a clear, concise statement summarizing why a target customer should choose your product over your competitor's product. So it's to focus on your tangible benefits, the unique that's your unique selling point. So it's just like your North Star metric now. What you use to measure your success is like your North Star. So when you talk about is usually like for every product, you should have your value proposition. What's the value proposition of this product? What value is this product going to offer? And who are you offering this value to? Your target users. Your value proposition is just what differentiates you from your competitors. Oh, I want to build something like OP. I want to build a fintech app that allows people to send and receive money. So, what's going to be my value proposition? What places me ahead of my competitor? What's that unique thing that I'm saying, oh, come and use my own product though. It is better than this. That's value proposition. So look at the formula now. This is how a value proposition should have. And all of us are going to do a class activity with this. We help dash, that's the user now, to solve. What problem are you solving? Buy the solution. Now look at the example of our fintech product. We help students to save money. This is a savings application now that we discussed in our last class. We help students to save money by making savings automatic. Remember the automated savings we talked about yesterday. Now, we help students to save money by making savings automatic and visible. That's an example of a value proposition. Now your competitors might not automate it. Your competitors might not make it visible for them, but now you want to make yours visible. You want to make it visible for them, and that's why you're showing this. So that's your value proposition. So for every product, there has to be a value proposition for it. And that's your simple formula for a value proposition. For instance, you are doing a service company, you can say, I will provide simple, powerful software that connects your app so that you can automate tasks without code. So it's just telling you that, okay, you help so people to do this by doing this. So now just look back at all the beautiful product ideas that you've had since the inception of our class. Look at those beautiful product ideas, the Snapcook, your health app that you've talked about, and tell me the value proposition for such each of the products. Who is going to be going first? Just pick from those numerous wonderful ideas that you've heard and tell me the value proposition. Because you need to have value proposition for your products. That's what sets you out from your competitors. So who is going first? Tofumi, Chika, Abraham, Adedamola. I'm waiting. Anyone? We need to have a value proposition. So look at the example that is currently being displayed and come up with your value proposition for your product.
Okay, I think I want to go first.
Okay, Abraham, let's proceed.
Very well. So we help students and young people, um, young people. We help students and young people find better alternatives with their recipes.
Okay. We help students and young people find better alternative with their recipe. Awesome, awesome. Better alternative, yes. Better now. There might be help that is doing or that is giving alternative, but you are giving better. Okay. Makes sense. Nice one for your snap cook, right? All right, that's a good one.
Do you get them?
Okay. So what else? Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Who is going next, please? Think about it. Think about one of your product ideas and come up with a value proposition for it. So your value proposition, just like Abraham said now, we help students and young people. Your target users are there. Build. What are you doing for them? What problem are you solving? Build. I will find better alternative for their recipe. So it's very simple. Just think about it. Think about it and come up with something. So let's think of it. Let's think of it and come up with something as your value proposition. So those are business concepts that you need to get used to as product managers. You can't ask you what's the value proposition and you'll be looking like, which one is value proposition again? So for your products, you should have your value proposition somewhere so that when even if they wake you up from slumber, you're able to like, yeah, this is my value proposition for this product.
Okay, my one of my product ideas is fresh shoe.
Okay.
So it is a quality milk. It's an high quality milk that gives great taste and digestive benefits for healthy living.
Eh? Come again with your value proposition.
It's an high quality milk that gives great taste and digestive benefits for healthy living.
It's
Then to whom? It's an high quality milk. It's a milk that contains high calcium, high protein, according to what I checked about it.
are you working with Freshio?